That sucked. That sucked. What's up, everyone? And welcome back to another post-game show. The Orioles lose game one to the New York Yankees by a final of 4-2. Score looks a lot better after Anthony Santander's home run at the end. I mean, I literally had a thumbnail ready already and about to be put up saying those get shut out. No offense from the boys, unable to even manufacture runs. But even maybe more concerning was Albert Suarez, 3 2/3 innings pitched, 3 earned runs, 6 hits, 5 walks. Obviously, we know about the hit by pitches. You can ask any New York fan, and they'll tell you this is the worst day of their lives. That was a bad game. Let's call it what it is. That was a bad game, and it all started with Albert Suarez. The bullpen was nice and rested coming into today, and you were hoping maybe Albert could – you don't expect Suarez to go deep into games. I think he's only gone 5 2/3 once this year, but you were kind of hoping he'd give you another 5 innings, 1 run. Not what happened. It seems like Suarez he left everything over the plate. And pretty much it started with every pitch, but mostly the cutter. It just seemed was catching too much plate. Jim Palmer was talking about that a lot today. But, Steven, this is the first time I looked down, and I completely agree. Just got to wipe this game from the memory and get ready for Garrett Cole tomorrow. Completely agree. British Ravens bad games come once in a while, and it was a little disappointing, but we move on to tomorrow. Yeah, and it was a tough game. The Yankees did, Brian, I'm seeing your comment. The Yankees did leave a lot of men on base, and it really could have been a lot worse than it was. Orioles were able to strand a couple of guys. Keegan Aiken, man, can we get a little – I know no one wants to do it after a loss. I know no one wants to do it after a loss. Can we get some Keegan Aiken love in the chat? A few days ago, what was it? The Bradish game, pitched 3 shutout innings, absolutely saved the bullpen in that game. Comes out today again, 2 innings. Yes, he gave up the earned run, but was massive in getting through a few innings, getting out extra batters. There we go. And in the long run, him, Tate, and Vespi, shout out Nick Vespi. Nick Vespi's finally getting some time, guys. I think he'd only pitched like 3 innings coming into this time being called up. So I'm glad Nick Vespi's actually getting some time. Really liked what we saw from him today. But pitching, for the most part, bullpen was good. I'm happy with the bullpen performance. They had to do quick math, 5 1/3 innings of relief. So you're going to take that from your bullpen if they only give up 1 run. The Orioles able to get to Clay Holmes to kind of make it look a little bit better on the end score. But besides that, a bad game from the boys. Shout out Adley Rutschman. He really was the only one who looked like he really knew what was coming against Cortez. Actually, fun fact, was looking at it earlier. Adley Rutschman now, and I think it's 19 at bats, is like 10 for 19 against Nestor Cortez. So at least someone owns Nestor, but Nestor does continue to own the Orioles' 5-1 career against us. And before we get into our 1 up, 1 down, I'm joined by Kevin Ostreger. Kevin, how we doing? Yep. Terrible feeling. Terrible
feeling. I hate losses. I especially hate them when they're at the division rivals. And I especially hate them when they're to the Yankees. Albert Suarez certainly picked a not great time to have not great game. Although I think this is good. We expected somewhat of a spicy series. We're certainly getting a spicy series so far. It is caliente.
And it gets me fired up, and that leads us into a deep. Really appreciate it. Member for 2 months.
Appreciate it.
Some Yankee fans on Twitter want Gunner down and writhing in pain. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've seen all of that stuff. Gets me fired up, Kevin. I'm not going to lie. It gets me fired up. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. We wanted a dogfight. How about Adley Rutschman bleeding because of his own mistake? leading in the first
no
inning.
no one has to know how it happened. Just picture, no context.
We just, from the get-go, you felt the tension, and that was electric. But first, let's get into one up, one down. I'll go. My one up is Adley Rutschman. It'll just be Adley. 2 hits. Thanks for coming out, Adley. Glad you care. And honorable mention. Wow, just like Gunnar Henderson. Where's my head? Extended. I want to say increased, extended.
You good?
Yeah, I know. It's just I don't know. I'm just sad, Kevin. I'm just sad.
It's
Gunnar Henderson extended his on base streak in the 9th inning, so that was like I was like, okay, cool. Down. I mean, Westy gets hurt. They're saying right leg contusion. So
well, isn't it hip?
Left leg. Yeah, leg, hip contusion. I don't know. I was just trying to catch the end of that.
Yeah.
And yeah, real fast. We just did a breakdown of Anthony Santander yesterday and posted it earlier today. Go check that out. And what happens? The Ryan Ripken bump. He goes yard.
Time.
Every single time without fail. Anthony Santander. Kevin, give us your one up, one down before we kind of get into the spiciness of the series.
Yeah. One up. I mean, Ryan kind of stole mine there with Tony Taters. He's been on the peak of his life, or at least one of them. He's had multiple peaks like this, but Tony's one of the hottest hitters in baseball right now. It was almost, again, Zach, we talk about it, one of those, oh man, are they going to do this? Are they going to find a way to be those cardiac comeback kids? And Tony is the 2-run shot, but again, it just made the score a little less of a, not a shutout. So I guess you take something away, but my one down, I mean, I've praised this pitching staff all season. I've been very vocal about how good the starters have been, and to that tune, I will also criticize them when criticism is due. And I just feel like Albert Suarez didn't have it tonight. The control was not there.
It's the one time obviously, you could say that. It's the one time you could say that.
Right. And again, probably the worst time to say that. Like the worst he could have chose, some random NL game or like some AL West opponent. But the fact that it was against the Yankees hurts a little bit more. I know we'll talk about the Judge hit by pitch and just everything that went into that coming up.
Did Judge get hit by a pitch? Why is no one talking about that?
Sorry, guys. Spoilers. I know. I think I was the only one who knows that.
I didn't know that.
Breaking news.
They should have talked about it on Twitter or something.
I know. It was this little detail I picked up, and I'm like, should I bring it up? Should I not? Like it was. I decided to. So sorry. We'll get into that. But I also I'm seeing a lot of comments. Where are they? I saw a couple of Arias comments. Casey saying Arias is a down. James saying Arias getting picked off in the 8th was inexcusable. I'm still going to go Suarez, but I understand if you want to use Arias there. You said it, man. Bad game all around for the most part.
I mean, the whole team had a bad game. It felt like everyone, but I would say everyone but Adley. But hey, give it also Austin Hayes. Austin Hayes is just raking right now. That's another guy who is just raking and no one's talking about it. Glad to see that.
You want to know what's cool about that too is like I remember when Mullins was struggling early, Hayes was struggling early. We were talking about the Orioles outfielders and like, okay, they have 5 really good options, but a couple of them are struggling right now. You have Mullins getting his groove back. Hayes is hitting well. Obviously, Tony's on a tear, and you look at Cowser as well, who is stringing some stuff together. But man, it feels like overall the outfield rotation is just so good for them. And it's like, who do you plug in every night? And if Mullins can continue this, if Hayes can continue this, and obviously if Tony can continue it too, it gives them a lot of options out there.
Yeah, and before we let our next guy join, I want to just point out Anthony Volpe was a menace today. An absolute menace in the field. That man is so quick with the glove and just so fast out there. He made that robbing dive against Jorge, completely changed how that inning could have gone. And then there was a ball up the middle. I'm trying to think of who hit it real fast, but it literally looked like he was in a shift. Like he got over there so fast. Even Kevin Brown made the comment. He's like, no, he's not in a shift. He's just that fast. And yes, sadly, Willie Mays, rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Greatest living baseball player. But on that very sad news, we have even worse news. Ryan Ripken, welcome to the show.
That was a terrible transition.
Jesus.
That was so bad.
Worse than losing to the Yankees?
Yes, that was terrible. That was so bad. All right,
wow.
let me touch on. Let me.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Kevin, you
Okay.
have no room to talk.
No. Okay. Let's talk about Willie for a second, because that's actually when we're saying about what's worse. Yeah, losing a legend. Losing a baseball game. I know that people don't like losing, but yeah, it's just sad. That's the news that was on my mind. That's what's one of the guys when you look at the game of baseball icons, not just baseball icons, sports icons, right? Where you tell stories. It's like what legends are made of. That's Willie Mays for a lot of reasons. And so he lived a long life. He impacted so many people on and off the field. And that's the true definition of an icon, someone people wanted to be. I still can't believe on top of it, the catch that everyone has seen, like the catch. Also, that ball's hit like 500 feet, and he went 200 feet to get the ball.
When you have a style of catch named after you, because whenever someone does the over the shoulder catch, is immediately he did the Willie Mays catch. Like if you have that much of an iconic play where no matter who makes the catch, everyone's like, oh my gosh, you made the Willie Mays catch. And I've seen so much stuff on Twitter about how a lot of people don't truly understand how great Willie Mays is or was. I saw something where it's like, if you took his final like 8 years or something, 5 years, he averaged like 40 home runs. It's like his stats, just insane, the consistency and dominance he had.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's the numbers itself of what Willie Mays has done. If you go back, he's one of the best players ever, But it's always, for me, when you look at guys, you could talk about the moments when a catch is named after you. He was bigger than the sport, but the thing is, he embodied everything what the sport you wanted the sport to be. It was a guy that you could get behind, you were passionate with, a guy that played his ass off. That then, when he was done playing, he had all the stories and all the impacts to the generations, whether it was through his play, whether it was through actual moments he had. And I'll just have on TBS just watching people talk about him and all the tweets and just a sad day. I mean, it's a part of life. I mean, I love the fact that everyone had those moments, and I know with me and my dad talking about the moments Willie had, that's the cool thing, is that greatness is going to continue on. Just a sad day. And it gives perspective too, right? Like, I know people are upset about the Yankees and Orioles, and I'll talk about that in a second. Despite Zach's, you'll never have a worse transition than you did. And we know it's not intentional, obviously. You're still a good kid in my book. But RIP to Willie Mays. Truly just literally go around any sport and look at he's up there for icons in any sport. So that's the cool part. Let's talk about now on the Orioles side. And first off, hello, Holly. Sorry, Holly.
Where is he?
Direction. There he is.
There he
Actually,
is.
Ryan, before we get into the actual stats and stuff of the game, I don't know any other time I will do this, especially after a loss. Shout out, I forget who it was. Shout out the home plate umpire tonight. That was maybe the best, most accurate, and just consistent zone we have seen from an umpire. When you have Jim Palmer complimenting you on how good of an eye you have as an umpire, that means you're doing something right. He was absolutely on it all night. It was even like if it barely touched the zone, he was calling the strike. If it was a centimeter below, he was calling it a ball. He was just he probably had as close to perfect zone as you could have. So it sucks that we couldn't take advantage of that, but we hate on them so much when they're wrong. You got to give them love when they're right. Incredible zone tonight by the ump. Yeah. Best zone in a while.
I've never seen Zach so so horny about his own, but here he is. But you're right. It was
It's Zach, common defender of umpires. Zach
common
Ballinger.
defender of
Yeah,
umpires.
Brian. Yeah, so shout out Brian Knight. Shout out Brian Knight.
Well, and this is the thing. It's like the great umpires that you don't hear about. They just go under the radar.
That's true.
Because that's what they do. And I even saw at the end of the Soto's last at bat, Vespi throws that curveball in, slider, and it's literally like this far below the strike zone, calls a ball. Easily could have been called a strike, but he was consistent, and that is that's all you want as a player. All you want is a consistent zone. Let me backtrack this. As a player, you want a consistently correct strike zone. The next best thing is you want a consistent zone. We saw that in the Phillies game. Even though it was an extended zone, at least was consistent. And that's all players at the end of the day. You just want consistency across the board, but you don't want to be horseshit. You want consistently good. Shout out Brian Knight. Now, this is a couple things here.
Never thought I'd see the day. I'm just defending umpires out here.
Yeah. Well, before I get into all this, we have a new channel member. I don't know. Did we talk about this, Jordan?
Oh no,
Jordan. Thank you, Jordan.
Appreciate
Thank you,
it,
Jordan. And before I jump into that, we actually haven't clipped up, and we have for Holy Shirts and Pants members. That's where I delivered the initial Anthony Santander breakdown. And yes, there is the Ryan Ripken bump. It's a real thing. You come on the show or I break you down. Usually, good things happen for the Orioles and opposing players. I stopped doing opposing players for right now because everyone just got a hit.
They kept doing well. They kept doing too well. Everyone Ryan breaks down does well. So we had to do a business decision for the Orioles, and we stopped the opposing ones for a little bit.
Yeah, the Ryan Ripken show bump has no bounds.
Yeah,
it affects everyone. So
yeah. So anyway, back to the game. It's as simple as this for me. These are two of the best pitching teams, two of the best offenses. The one glaring difference for the teams, one team walks consistently a lot more than the other team. And on a night like tonight where Albert Suarez was erratic, the Yankees let it come to them. But coincidentally then, the two hit by pitches resulted in 2 runs for the Yankees. And then the other walk led to a run for the Yankees. So 3 of the 4 runs for New York were started with a walk or hit by pitch. So just throwing that out there. And the thing that's even more frustrating, I know it hurts Yankees fans both physically with Aaron Judge, but then infuriates Orioles fans, is it's a 1-2 count and you're hitting the guy and getting them on. Like that's the part that hurts. And Nestor Cortez then pitches his best game of the year, doesn't walk a guy, keeps guys off balance, and gives the Yankees enough to win the game. So that's really it. This isn't rocket science. It's not anything crazy. This was one pitcher was in control, the other wasn't. The Orioles still had a chance. They just didn't score. Except Tony Tater's going deep. And I'll tell you what, if Cedric Mullins' ball up the middle in the 9th is just a hair more to the right or up the middle, then this is a whole different conversation, I feel, because then that'd be SETI on, no outs, tying runs at the plate, and the pressure's on Clay Holmes. You could tell that was a stressful moment. And Jorge Mateo then having the 3-2 count, that was the biggest Stones move by Clay Holmes to throw a 3-2 bender with given a chance to put the tying run on. Great pitch by him. Mateo swings through it, obviously, but that was a ballsy pitch by him. Shout out the Yankees. They got the win. You wash it. But, I mean, the O's are fine, guys. It's just, it is what it is. But I'll tell you what, if Aaron Judge is hurt, someone's getting drilled. If Aaron Judge is out, someone's getting drilled. I don't know when, but it's going to happen. Because that would be like talk about the guy that they can't have get hurt. It's Aaron Judge. So, and Laura was asking, this is the Ninja Creamy where it's like the healthy ice cream. So we put a bunch of like protein powder and stuff. Delicious. Really good. Really good. That's all I got.
Yeah, I think it's going to be really interesting to see, especially if Judge is hurt, what happens tomorrow. Garrett Cole's first pitch back might be 95 to someone. You know, who knows?
No. They got to win the game first. If they're up big, let me preface this. If the Yankees go up big, I wouldn't be surprised if someone getting drilled. close games. The Yankees need this. They're trying to figure out how to beat the Orioles in a series. They
Well,
haven't
if
done
the
that.
Yankees, yeah, if the Yankees lose Judge, especially for
Yeah,
a long time, they
exactly.
definitely need this. Although you could argue they pretty much were playing without Aaron Judge the first month of the season, but then he has definitely carried them through the past month. That's going to be the biggest storyline, especially over the next 24 hours. I've been looking to see confirmation somewhere. Have we gotten another update on where Aaron Judge had to go? Did he have to leave the stadium to go get checked?
I don't
I
know if he
think he
left. I
was.
don't know if he left the stadium at the time, but he was
Well,
going
that's
to
what I
get
thought I
X-rays.
heard. I thought Kevin Brown or one of them said that he went to the hospital to go get some sort of imaging done on it, but I
Yeah.
couldn't. I can't remember if he said that or if he said they were probably going to. So
Yeah,
I've
I
been
think
looking.
he was at least going to get imaging at the very least after the game, and then he's getting examined by the team physician tomorrow, I believe.
Yeah, so he just had X-rays and a CT scan. They're awaiting the doctor to review them for results.
Okay.
That's as of 18 minutes ago.
Yeah, and every Yankee fan holds their breath. And we'll just talk about this. What happened? What about Westberg? Hip contusion, little discomfort. They didn't want to risk it. It doesn't sound like anything that's really significant at the moment, but you never know. Obviously, people saw that Connor Norby got pinch hit at AAA, as a precaution. But hopefully, all this is just a contusion, just a bruise, and nothing to really worry about in this sense. Like, yeah, Hyde did say day to day. You
Yeah.
know, um,
Just update. He did go to New York Presbyterian Judge, so he did leave to go get stuff at the hospital. So
sports.
yeah, it'll. Well, that just is interesting because I feel like they have stuff at the ballpark to do initial stuff. So I just see people on Twitter saying if they felt the need for him to go. This is just obviously concerned Yankees reporters for the most part, but they're saying if they felt the need, they had to go to the hospital to get them tonight. They're not happy, with that, or they're more concerned. I don't know what kind of imaging they can do at Yankee Stadium, so I assume this is just like kind of protocol. Do we let him on?
Well, you should, because I just looked up Aaron Judge and the thing I put in the chat. This video of the two at the bottom there, Ryan and Rocco. Rocco, tell me if you remember this. Just finished up recording episode 3 of Rip and Rock with Ryan Ripken. One of the big talking points this week is Aaron Judge looking over the dugout before he hit a home run. Plus, we recap the Orioles sweep of the Jays in Toronto. You remember that?
I don't remember if we did so many videos. Like, we
This is May
recorded so many.
21st, 2023. So this had to be
Yeah.
one of your first, wasn't it?
So what's the point of this?
Yeah,
I'm
what
not
get to the point.
I'm just saying I was looking up Aaron Judge to see like what's going on, and this video of Rocco popped up from over a year ago.
Oh, nice.
So that's all. There wasn't a
That is really okay.
Oh, I will say, I want to know if this is a stat, but someone, I guess as a joke, I think jokingly, I don't know if they actually record these as stats, but Juan Soto is on pace for the most runner interference callouts in a season in MLB history. He's already up to 2. One of them was the pop-up in that one game right after the Orioles won, and it was all the big controversy, and now tonight with Jordan Westberg. So he's on pace for 4, and I find it hard to believe 4 other people or someone else has gotten 4 runner interferences in a year. Rocco?
Huh?
Rocco, would you like to
Over his
talk?
head.
Sorry, I had a long week. And
Okay, Rocco, the Orioles just lost to the Yankees. Thoughts? Anything?
I thought you wanted me to like chime in about
No,
this.
I actually just wanted you to kind of sit
care
here,
about
chill.
that.
All that just went. Yeah, man, I had a bender of a weekend.
Yeah, I was
Gosh.
discussing all this stuff, and
We're discussing all this. Well, hey guys, this has nothing to do with what we're talking about, but I had a weekend.
Yeah. I didn't. Yeah, whatever. I'm sorry. The Orioles, they dropped the first game against the Phillies, and you know what? They were fine. And I know we're looking at, okay, it's they weren't as competitive as fans would have wanted them to be in game one against the Yankees. And it took them till very late in the game to get 2 runs on the board. And they were 0 for 5 with runners in scoring position. So not great, but if they bounce back the next couple of games, all will be fine. But set the tone. They just didn't do it tonight, plain and simple. And, it is what it is. It's baseball. It happens. So hopefully they can just bounce back the rest of the series, take care of business, and flip the standings a little bit with New York because it's the best team in baseball. So, yeah, that's all I got to say right now. I'll definitely have more.
I see this. Povich versus Cole's a mismatch. I wouldn't call it a mismatch. I think with a lot of hard work, Garrett Cole can be as good as Cade Povich one day, but we'll see what happens.
God, I mean, look, Cade Povich and you got all these legends guys. You got Babe Ruth, obviously, rest in peace to Willie Mays and all these guys. But on our episode yesterday, we were introduced to a new legend who plays for the Boston Red Sox, who is the best baseball player of all time. Zach, you know who I'm talking about?
Duran, baby.
There you go. So Cade Povich.
Cade Povich and Derek Duran, the 2 greatest of all times. But yeah, tomorrow, Cade Povich, Garrett Cole. It's going to be interesting. I mean, people are acting, and I know it's Garrett Cole. We're going off name recognitions. Thank you. We've gotten this a few times. I just shaved the mustache. I just shaved the beard for just the mustache. So I appreciate that. But Cade Povich versus Garrett Cole, a lot of people are kind of just assuming off name recognition and stuff that this is a mismatch. And if they're both at 100%, it probably would be just based off, their history and their stats over their career. But this is a Garrett Cole in his first start back. He hasn't gone more than, I think, 4 or 5 innings in his rehab starts. We talked with the guys from the 3-0 take yesterday, and they were kind of saying the same thing, he probably gets 80 pitches tomorrow. So I'm not expecting, he very well could. I'm not expecting this to be Garrett Cole goes out there, 7 shutout innings, all of that, just because they're going to be easing him back in. So it's going to be interesting to kind of see what happens there. I wouldn't be shocked, obviously, if Garrett Cole goes out and pitches a gem. It's Garrett Cole. But I'm not sitting here shaking in my boots thinking, oh, this is 2019 Garrett Cole,
Yeah, I hear you. I mean, hopefully Povich can continue the momentum he had. Now, again, this is going to be him pitching away from Camden Yards, his 3rd career start. Obviously, we know the numbers from that one start at Camden Yards. He has not allowed a run there, but I just think first starts can be so weird. And this is a huge test. We're going to see a lot of what Povich is made of. And I know that, I'm in kind of agreement with you, Zach, where I feel like they're going to be easing him back in. So if we see 5 innings or say, again, it could very well go many different ways. But I expect this, I think, because Garrett Cole's been so dominant over the course of his career, of course, it's Garrett Cole. But this might be a little more evenly matched in terms of what ends up happening. But again, we have to see, right? Nothing is set in stone until we see it actually out there on the mound.
He's got to be on a pitch count.
Yeah.
For sure. So, the Orioles have faced him very well over the last few outings. You really kind of throw it all out of the window because you just don't know what you're going to get from Cole at a different time, different year. I do like that it's going to mean Gunnar Henderson's back in the leadoff spot. I know that they like putting Gunnar down at the 4-hole when it's versus lefties, though ironically, Westberg doesn't hit lefties as well as people think. So I just like the thought of having Gunnar to stay in the leadoff spot, period. Just he gets things going. I like Westberg later in the lineup because it just feels like that's where he gets a lot more opportunities to do what he's done best, and that's produce, right? So, the biggest thing for, I just saw Rod talk about, the thing with Cole is, you got to make him work, and take advantage of the pitches when he makes mistakes because he is still one of the best pitchers out there, one of the best arms out there. You can't give really good pitchers more opportunity, you can't if you want to get to him, you can't sit there and wait for good pitches. You got to be ready for him because he's not going to be perfect, but he's going to make a couple mistakes. Can you take advantage of the mistakes? That's going to be a big part of it. And for Cade Povich, we're just going to go. It's like literally clockwork. Cade Povich, the thing that holds him back is if he walks guys. If he doesn't walk guys, he's going to have a good outing. I really do believe that. I think that his style can fit really well against this Yankees lineup without Judge in it. I'm assuming Judge won't be in there tomorrow. So with those lefties specifically, it can match up really, really well for Cade if he can limit the walks to a team that is one of the best at reaching base via walk. So, and yes, Ollie, this is for the people that are new to the channel. This is Ollie. This is my golden retriever pup. He's a stud. He is better than everyone else on the stream between Zach, Kevin, and Rocco. It's not, and even myself. It's not even a debate. He's number one. Number one. Everyone else is number two, including me. But he's mine.
Hope he makes a number 2 on your couch.
That's just he would never.
Okay.
You know what, Rocco? He's gonna absolutely. I'm gonna give him all the things that rile up his stomach. He's not gonna have doggy Pepto-Bismol, and he is gonna blow it up at your spot. Good boy.
This is what happens after losses.
Yeah. Ollie doesn't even want to look at you. Like he's like Rocco's back. Peace. Oh, see, heard. Hey, buddy.
What's up, Ollie? How you doing, bud?
Oh,
hello. Yeah, see, he loves me.
I don't know about that.
What a good
Mike,
dog.
appreciate it, Mike. If team gets into a ball tomorrow, who do you think throws the best punch from the O's? James McCann. It's James McCann.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I just feel like it's. You know who's an underdog, scrappy guy? I feel like would be though. Hayes.
Yeah. Hayes
Like
an intense
like
guy.
a no
He's an intense
glove,
guy.
like he's scrappy.
Yeah. Who else?
I mean, if he wasn't injured, obviously Felix.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah. That 100%.
Like that's who I wouldn't go. Ryan O'Hearn. I don't know. Ryan O'Hearn just seems so nice.
No, I still wouldn't mess with him.
But like, I just
very nice dude. Wouldn't mess with him.
You know what? I feel like Gunnar has a lot of pent up anger from all these walks he's been getting. I feel like he needs to take it out on somebody.
But I hope if there's a brawl, someone grabs Gunnar and Adley and makes sure that they are nowhere near that thing. I do not need to see Gunnar throw a punch.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm with you.
Mountie, maybe.
Oh.
You know, Tony's just got a lot of power. I feel like if he really got into one, he could throw a KO shot, Tony.
Yeah. Does Kimbrel seem like a scrappy guy to you? Do you think he could maybe sneak one in there?
Yeah.
Yeah, Kimbrel, I feel like wouldn't cheap shot you. Like Kimbrel would walk you up into the eyes and stare you down and then do it. He's about intimidation. Like I feel like that's what
You think before Kimbrel punches someone, he hits him with this?
Sorry, but
that's his wind.
I'll never forget when someone pointed out to me that because of the pitch comm, Kimbrel no longer needs to stare in to get the pitch, so he just does this for no reason now. Like over his career, his stance literally went out of style. Throughout his career, it went from that makes sense. He's staring in to get the pitch to now he still has to do it because it's part of his windup. You know, pitchers, creatures of habit, but now it's just no longer needed.
Have you ever been brawl before in your career? What? Baseball at any level? Have you ever been involved in a brawl? Actually,
no.
Throwing punches.
I've never not in a brawl. I've been throwing punches. Been in moments where things have gotten really heated. I've been thrown at.
Yeah, I think you told me the story of when you got thrown at, but what is the angriest? Because you're just a mellow guy. You're cool, calm, and collected. I don't think anyone's ever seen you angry in this setting or space from this.
Well, setting. Because someone has to keep their composure, especially with this stream in general.
so
Well,
good.
what is the angriest you've ever gotten on a baseball field? Like, what's the nastiest thing you've said to someone, keeping it PG right now?
Well, okay. Well, I mean, I'll tell you the ones. We'll just talk about that one. I've said some things to the umpires, whether it's been there or in the dugout, which maybe I could have gotten thrown out of the game for. That's neither here nor there. About getting thrown at. I think I told you this story. We were playing state college, so it was short season playing the Cardinals. I was on the national short season, go double days, and the batter before me, Trace Barrera, hit a ball to center, and I guess him and the pitcher were jawing. It's a catch made by the center fielder, and the pitcher and Trace start jawing. And I'm like, okay. And I know the pitcher. I played against the pitcher before. Like, we're friendly. So I'm like, okay, all's good. First pitch is kind of like in. And I was like, oh, maybe it's just a little bit too close. Next one's right over my head, knocks me my ass on the ground. And I look up and I just go, Ronnie, what the and he just stares at me, doesn't say a word. And so then the rest of the at-bat happens. And I forget what it was. I might either walked or I got out. But I remember we were out that night because, Ollie, I know. It upsets Ollie when I tell him this story again. But we were out in College Park then having some adult waters after the game. And I ran into him and he came up to me. He was like all buddy. He's like, yo, like Rip, like how we doing? And I just went, dude, what the hell was that? Said some other words. And he goes, dude, come on. And I go, no, dude, like I don't mess with that. And he goes, I know where the ball's going. I can put the ball where I want. I'm like, oh, really? So why are we in short season if you know where the ball's going? I said, if you do that shit again, I'm going to come out there and whoop your fucking ass. And that was probably the most. And then that was it. I didn't talk to him the rest of the night. I was pissed. But that's just kind of how it goes. You're right. I'm a mellow guy. I try not to let tip my experience. But the one thing that does piss me off in general is with throwing at people, if you start headhunting, it's like the biggest pet peeve for me. Like if you're going to square someone up, you square them up in the back and you move on. You go anywhere else, you can jeopardize other people's longevity of their career. Like I'm not about that. So, yeah,
And
I'm glad I'm here. Like, go ahead.
Breaking news: Aaron Judge's test came back negative. There is no fracture, so the Yankees are good. They can stop complaining now that a 1-2 pitch from a pitcher who had no control all night ran inside. So, we're just moving on now.
Yeah. Hey, everyone move on. Just people being people. Ollie, what do you got?
Can we talk about the Alex Verdugo thing where he says, I'm going to F that guy up?
Who is he talking to?
I'm 90% sure he's talking to Mountie, and they were seen before. Like Verdugo, I think this is so out of context. Verdugo's laughing in it. And apparently before the game, he and a bunch of the Orioles were like shooting the shit, and like he and Mountie were talking for a while. And I think it was just a joke from him. I mean, maybe like it, but he's clearly laughing after he says it. Yeah. And it's towards, apparently they were all buddy before the game. So I know people are getting upset about that video. I'm not looking into that video at all. I think that was just two guys just bullshitting. Like, I don't think that was any fighting words or anything from Verdugo.
Yeah, I might need a breakdown on the big board from you for that one, Zach.
Oh, might have to.
Tomorrow is going to be interesting in a good way because, I was thinking about this earlier, but I just never said it because my brain is not functioning right now. It hurts to think, and that's usually the story of my life. But Yankee Stadium is going to be electric tomorrow for Garrett Cole. It's going to be a packed house, and it's going to be the most hostile environment Cade Povich has ever pitched in. So it's going to be a test for him. And, we got to see Povich in his debut. And I don't think there's, if you look at the box score, 6 earned runs, it's not great. But the way he pitched, I think we right here can all agree it wasn't a terrible outing. He
No,
showed
we don't box score watch. It was a fine outing.
Exactly. It wasn't a bad outing by any means. Second outing, he faced a really talented lineup. I know they're missing Ronald Acuna Jr., but going up against the Braves, that's a test in your second outing. And no earned, no walks was big. If he can keep the Yankees basically giving out those free passes, walking guys, I think Cade Povich will be in for a good night. Don't want to jinx anything here, but that's going to be the difference. That's going to be the key to a great Cade Povich outing, is not allowing these guys to get on base that easy. If they hit you, fine. Put it in the zone. But we don't want to see a Cade Povich outing where he's walking 3, 4, 5+ guys, because that's when he's going to run into some trouble. So the key to Cade Povich having a great outing is going to be to keep the Yankees, giving out those free passes and walking guys. So that's the hope for him when he's going out there.
Also, just went final. Oilers survive. We're going to a game.
Oh, no way.
We're going to a game 6. What? I think it's going to be, back in Edmonton, possibly.
Yeah, if they played in Florida this time, right? So it's going to be back in Edmonton. Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be back in Edmonton. Talk about electricity. McDavid 2 goals, 4 points. Oh, McJesus.
He had an unreal goal. Unreal. He's so talented.
Let's go Ducks.
What?
Sorry, I was just saying, let's go Ducks. It's my hockey team.
You know what, Kevin? I was with you growing up. I did love the Ducks because they were the Mighty Ducks.
The movie? Then I haven't seen it.
And then for some reason, wait. What? So you like the Ducks?
Yes. Thank you. Continue.
I told you why. I like the Ducks because I played the NHL game I had a Game Boy when I was little, and they were the first team, Anaheim. So I played with them on NHL when I was younger, and that's why I like them. That's why I like Arsenal as a soccer team, because Arsenal played
soccer's free game, Kev.
Well, I mean, still, but yes.
But then the Nuggets, why is that again?
Because I liked their name when I was 7 and wanted a basketball team.
Were you a big Chicken Nuggets guy?
I mean, yeah, duh.
Wait, you like the name? No, you saw Carmelo Anthony do 1 dunk and you were sold. 2007.
I will say one of my favorite Nuggets moments of all time is Carmelo dunking over Paul Millsap on that steal against the Jazz. If you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you just won a championship, brother.
I know, and you know what? All those years I stuck with him, it made it worth it. So there we go.
No, I'm saying it should be a top moment.
Do you still eat the Dino chicken nuggets and the French fries?
Okay, dude. Okay, dude.
Let
me put myself real quick here. I know I'm probably blurry because my computer is on the way out, but Dino chicken nuggets are electric. Electric.
So, okay. Can I say something to you? Why do you give more passion doing this, but you grab the microphone at the studio and you hold it right to your face and then you barely say a damn word?
Well, on Monday was because that was before my wake up.
No, that's not the only time, Kevin.
Well, I know. I'm a known mumbler sometimes. So
no.
Yes.
No.
Yes, breaking news. I know.
Whoa. Oh, okay, Kevin. I was trying to give you the benefit of the doubt because I was going to say growing up, I still like the Caps were my favorite hockey team growing up, but I love the Ducks because there was from the Mighty Ducks. And then I thought the name Timu Solani at the time, who played for the team, and Paul Correa, that was just electric. Paul Correa was a stud. I like the Ducks too, but for different reasons, not because of all the other stuff that you've said. Anyway, a little bit of update because this is, again, welcome to the post-prom, after-prom where Zach and Kevin hug each other. Whatever it is. I don't know what you guys are calling this. What are you guys calling it?
We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Kevin definitely.
We'll see what happens. Orioles post game show.
Kevin takes bubble baths with a rubber ducky still guaranteed.
Kevin and Zach react.
Oh, that has some zing to it.
I like that. Rip, we got a question for you.
What
question? We got a little Dean Kramer question right now.
I think one more. I think he's got one more start.
Okay.
He's one, right?
Yeah, I think he's got one more. Be my guess. And if he's not healthy, I'm gonna go fly there and make sure that tricep is okay. Because enough's enough with these injuries. And speaking of that, we had Yoni Rosenblatt on the stream for our channel members yesterday. We're going to put out more information. We literally talked about all the Orioles injuries for that went more extensively, at least, and even talked about Yamamoto because it was very fascinating. But Kyle Bradish, Jackson Holiday, which again, no one's talked about the Jackson Holiday's elbow inflammation here. Danny Coulomb, what does it mean to have different elbow injuries? For Dean to clarify, Dean's is a tricep injury. This isn't something that has anything to do with the elbow, so he should be good to go. The Orioles are obviously going to need him. That's all I got with that. But we are going to put out some of those videos, and I had someone, I guess, comment today on the channel. I was like, Ryan, are you aware that it sounds like your post was a little bit too premature about Kyle Bradish? Like, we don't know yet. Well, I'm not going to say that we don't know yet, but I can tell you we might know some things. And we also have people in the industry that can articulate and spell it out for you on what every possibility is. And Yoni was on earlier a month and a half ago and us talking specifically about the Kyle Bradish situation. And yeah, sometimes I don't kiss and tell. I'll just leave it at that. But go check those out. We're going to have those coming out soon. Anything else I'm missing at the moment? Oh, besides like what we're going to do with this stream part, Kevin? Is that what you wanted to talk about?
We have a decently big update to tell everybody and try to push out there now to get momentum going. So, yeah, man, you want to inform everybody? Yeah, I run the show. Sorry.
Yes, Kevin is actually now Ryan Ripken Media. We actually are in the process of rebranding this show, and there's a chance that this post game might be getting its own channel. We'll find out here. Where the biggest thing is we want to make sure that we can make it still everything that Kevin and Zach does is part of the Ryan Ripken Media. That's going to be linear with the Ryan Ripken Show. We just want to make sure that it is clean, clear, and concise. So not everyone's going, well, why are these lives happening left and right? So keep in mind, you might see a different logo for Kevin and Zach. We don't know what name it's going to be, but we will give you guys the right answers at the right time so we can make sure the right traffic gets to this because it should be a lot of fun. I'm terrified. It'd be good to get it off the Ryan Ripken Show, but we'll find out. We'll find out how it works.
Yeah, I think Zach and I have a lot of fun things that we're going to have to plan up for this. This is like the ultimate form of freedom. And that
was not the word Ryan wanted you to say. This is the ultimate form. We can do anything. There are no rules now.
You guys should build bunk beds.
Things to make Rick feel better about his decision. I mean, there's all this
24 subscribers will do a 24-hour bunk bed live stream.
Oh my God. It's insane. Well, so the point is, in general, it's so people like we were just talking about it. It's essentially we just want to make sure that our viewers out there don't get confused with what it is. Like essentially, Zach and Kevin, they're not going anywhere, not yet. Maybe after Kevin's last, if he wants some serious freedom, I'll give him some freedom, all right. But in all seriousness, we got a lot of plans. It's just one of the first of many steps that we're going to be processing here at the Ryan Ripken Media. The Ryan Ripken Show is still going to be the bread and butter where a lot of things are happening. And hey, Stop Traffic, going to have a lot of things planned for Thursday and the upcoming weeks. So that's where we're kind of out. And Joe, this might be in the cards. He got up, so it's perfect timing.
I saw what he said. I'll put him in timeout when I get back.
See, it's just like old times.
Yeah.
All right. So I do need to.
Well, pizza. Well, late night pizza.
We know about your late night pizza shenanigans, Rocco. Brad told us all about
That
it.
was one time. You relax.
Okay. I do want to talk about this. This is not Orioles related, but this is just, I think, probably the craziest story happening right now in Major League Baseball. The Mets are 7-0 since Grimace has thrown out the first pitch, and it makes no sense. Like, things are just going their way. Everything's just happening in their. They had an error with the bases. The Texas Rangers up 6-3 in the 8th inning. Mets had bases loaded, 2 outs, and there was a throwing error to keep the inning going, and they took the lead. Like, there's something happening in the air in New York, and Grimace has completely turned the Mets year around, and who knows, they might be buyers by the time this thing ends. They may never lose again.
I love how everyone is fully embracing this there. So like, oh, look, like these players are really starting to turn it on. It's no, Grimace has saved our season. Like,
it's every single thing.
What the hell is he considered? What is
blob?
he?
I don't know.
Well, this all started with the Grimace shake last year from McDonald's, and then for some reason the Mets decide all this time later that he would throw out the first pitch when their season was just in the dumps, and now they're seven games in a row. What's their record?
Talking about superstitions?
I'm very superstitious.
You don't say. Are you, Kevin?
I am.
We'll leave it at that. Well, hey, Dredd.
The Mets are 2 games under 500.
Dredd, thank you.
Oh,
Clapping. Have you guys ever had a Magic Cookie Dream Bar?
No.
Fantastic.
Glad the diet's going well.
This is the perfect way to put it. Barney's weird cousin.
Do you want to know how Grimace is defined on the McDonald's Wikipedia?
Please.
Grimace was a large purple rotund being of interdeterminate species with short arms and legs. He was known for slow-witted yet optimistic demeanor. Grimace sometimes went for long periods of time without speaking. When he did speak, he was known for saying "duh" before every sentence. This is largely due to the amount of grilled onion cheddar burgers he ate. As of 2021 caused, I don't think I can say this on stream. Grimace literally debuted as a large purple being. So literally, it's just a large purple being is what he is defined as.
Could you imagine? Like, let's just say the Mets run the table.
Oh wait, this is I got dude.
Probably a fan fiction.
Yeah, this is
like an Urban Dictionary.
Yeah, glad I didn't read some of this out. This is
Are you on Urban Dictionary, Kev?
No, it's literally the McDonald's wiki. But it's on a site called Fandom. So yes, I think it is fan fiction. Yeah. Very glad I stopped myself.
Wait, it's on Fandom, so you might think it's fan fiction?
Well, I mean, yes, it is, but I didn't realize it was on Fandom until I read it.
And guys, this is why if you're new to the channel, hit that like and subscribe button. This is not the Ryan Ripken Show, which will be on Mondays and Thursdays.
I was wondering why there was 2 completely different answers coming from the chat of what was defined Grimace as and Kevin's long thing about.
Well,
what?
Kevin, like when the teacher told you like you couldn't use Wikipedia for your works cited, everyone else did, but you're the reason why, because you'd put some
no, I was actually very good with that.
Dumb stuff
This
like
would
that.
be incredible.
What's that?
It says, watch, next week the Mets will have a McDonald's patch. If they get a McDonald's patch on their uniform, that would actually just be brilliant marketing. A Grimace patch.
Yeah,
exactly. What is Kevin doing is a question.
We don't know.
By the way, speaking of eating potatoes, I know there's currently Jason and everybody they're leading the next pasture event, and one of them is Tony's potato pasture or something is a vote. I know exactly how this is going to go. I'm going to call it right now on the stream. Tony's potato, whatever, I forget the name of it, is going to win, and there are going to be 15,000 people asking me to eat potatoes live at Camden Yards in front of everybody. It's just how it's going to go.
And that's content, baby.
I think that for every home run Anthony Santander hits this year, you should eat a potato on the live stream.
Rocco, I don't think you understand how
You can
just like
cook 'em.
painful it took me an hour and a half to eat these 2 potatoes. I felt fine physically. It was
Rocco, have you
so
seen the
so
stream?
disgusting.
What?
Rocker, have you seen what went down?
I
on
have
that
seen
stream?
people sent me multiple pictures. Like I've gotten them from like 5 different people of like the moment I've been in. And Ryan, I don't know if you've seen your face, but you are just in pure disbelief.
I live it.
Rocco, it took this man an hour and a half. The stream was 2 full hours long. The second hour, the entire second hour was just Kevin just replaying our own stuff. So he was replaying videos from old episodes, and then it was just him in the corner eating the potato because he couldn't eat and talk at the same time. But he had to get him down. So the whole thing is just him rewatching our shows, eating the potatoes.
Because I was the only one on the stream because Ryan left at the end. So I'm like, I can't talk and eat potatoes at the same time. I'll be here for like 5 hours. So, okay, yeah, then Potato Farm. Thank you, Casey. It's called the Potato Farm. So
there you go.
There we go.
I don't know what you are considered. You know what? I just found a video that said Kevin going rogue. I might play it.
Speaking of potatoes,
Oh, I know what that one is.
have you guys
you
ever had
vetted
the big like crinkle cut fries on the boardwalk? Like I went to Ocean City, New Jersey growing up, and it was from Jilly's, and you would put vinegar on them.
Oh, yeah.
And I would just douse them in vinegar. The vinegar fries,
Vinegar, incredible.
yeah, exactly. But it got so bad that one night, it's like seagulls will go after everything, right? Like if you have fries, if you have just like, I don't know, pizza, they're savages. They will hunt you down and take your food no matter what. It got so bad one night. I filled the bucket of fries up halfway with vinegar. And first of all, the seagulls wouldn't go after it. But second of all, like people were walking past us on the boardwalk going like, oh my God, what is that smell? It smells horrible. It was so bad. Stunk up the whole boardwalk. But that's like, if you guys go to Ocean City, New Jersey, get the Jilly's crinkle cut fries, put some vinegar on them. You will not be disappointed. They're so good.
I don't like vinegar on my fries.
I mean, it's not like, I don't want to say it tastes like salt and vinegar because those chips have taste, but they're really not bad at all. But if you don't like vinegar, that's fine, Rip. It's okay.
Fair enough. Hey guys, here's Kevin going rogue.
Kevin just attacked him.
7:34.
Kevin, do it again.
Kevin, do it again.
You were out of camera. Oh my God.
What are you doing?
Kevin's about to just run down this whole thing. Go, Kev.
Please fall. Did he fall?
No. Why did he
the camera.
What was that like proving? Kevin just said that I'm the one in charge.
That I'm the one in charge.
It was we didn't get the full thing on camera, which was
I know.
which was disappointing. We did
How about this since we're still on it? How about this one? Ollie, okay, buddy? I know you're disgusted with Kevin's food take. Me too.
A lot of
Right.
great shows up there. They got 2 restaurants, which I'm going to take you guys to a great steak dinner. And usually the joke's on Rocco, but I don't know if Kevin can eat steak, so we'll let that be.
Why not?
If it doesn't have peanuts on it, he's good.
Is it? Is that true?
If the steak, yes, I can eat steak. I like it medium well.
That makes a lot
Yeah.
of sense.
Why does that
that
make-
into the camera one more
Damn it, why
time?
are we friends
Yeah,
with Kevin right
that
now?
makes
I
What do you
like
mean?
I like my steak medium well.
yeah.
You might as well just say, "Hey, can you just leave it on the oven until it's burnt?"
Yeah.
It's essentially what you're saying.
Well,
Can you make
I
sure
mean-
it's real dead?
It does depend, but medium well.
If you eat a filet mignon medium well, I might just punch you in the face.
Anything for content. We can do
Yeah.
that.
Well, I guess we could.
Zach already punched me in the face once today.
That's okay.
And
You probably deserved it.
There are more of us. We're coming in full force for you.
I already have a poll out. I should have made that a poll. That's a really good one. That's gonna be the next one.
Okay, that sounds good. And you know what? In all honesty, like you can like your food however you want, but am I going to judge Kevin for everything he does? You're
Yes.
damn right.
Hey, how about another one? Hey, because I'm getting called out for my damn plain hot dog. There's more of us. There's a lot of people here, including White Sox Gavin Sheets.
You go to the ballpark when you're not playing and you go to get a hot dog. What's going on the dog, my man?
This is really going to be controversial, and people are going to hate this, but I think the sign of a good dog is straight up just the hot dog.
No.
It's like a steakhouse, right? When you go to a steakhouse, you can't order sauce if it's a good steakhouse. But if
Thank
order
you.
When you come in September, would you be willing to try a hot dog that has mac and cheese and crab on top?
Oh, yeah.
Specialty dogs are different. Of course, a guy in Maryland.
I mean, come on. I'll do that on anything.
So again, toppings are different than condiments. Gavin, as a Marylander, we're always going to have crab, mac, and cheese. But plain dog eaters unite. If you don't like if you can't eat the dog plain, then you just don't like the dog.
You Gilman guys need to seek help. You really do. It's just like,
Oh, shut up, Zach.
Yeah, there we go.
I don't have any friend stuff here, but let's go. We are the Fighting Quakes, baby. Let's go.
The
Hold
Fighting
on,
Quakers. Kevin embodies the Fighting Quakers.
Dude, you look like, what is it? Is it Street Fighter or Tekken when they're doing this? Like at the beginning.
Choose your fighter.
Yeah, choose
That's
your
right.
fighter.
Oh,
We should
Judge
be-
just told Aaron Boone he wants to be in the lineup tomorrow.
Never mind. Cade Povich, welcome.
Crab mac and cheese. Oh yeah, that was like the Jordan mustard and onions when I need to try that crab. All right.
This is the Mets official Twitter posted this.
Oh my gosh.
That's like Rocco when he's not on his diet.
Dude, that hurts, man. You know I'm self-conscious.
You don't obviously look like that.
Dude, I don't know. This week, man, I didn't go to the gym for like 4 or 5 days.
Yeah,
I
we could
feel,
tell.
I feel like a grimace right now. I feel like a purple blob. So
You look like him.
thanks. That's
Dude,
why I'm
your
wearing
face.
this sweatshirt in June.
Oh gosh. See, look what's happened now, Zach.
Did we bully Kevin into leaving?
Kevin's computer, I think, exploded. My computer's probably getting
I
there.
can't believe he eats a steak medium well.
I believe
What
every.
What do you guys eat?
Medium rare. Medium rare.
Yeah.
I go
I'm-
medium. But if it's medium rare, I'm not gonna eat it.
Yeah,
'Cause
I'm
most of the
more
time you order
between
medium rare. It comes out
medium.
medium anyway, so it's like okay, good to go.
Yeah,
What's-
I'm like between medium rare, but like you said, if it's medium rare, I'm not like I'm still gonna eat that shit. Kevin would send it back and ask why it's still. If they cook.
I did not know that asking for something medium well was such a controversial topic.
I mean, if you want to
I've
chew on your steak,
Yeah. Okay. So, like growing up, this is what I'll say too. I
No.
didn't.
Bob. No.
no, this is Bob came to Kevin's defense yesterday.
He did.
Dang it, Bob.
the medium well steak
What,
eaters are
Bob?
coming. We are coming for everyone. Don't clip
Listen,
that, please. We're
the only
coming for
person-
everyone.
The only person who could eat steak medium well, and I'm not going to make fun of him for it, is Bob.
Right? Look at Ryan.
I'm so clipping that. Oh my god.
Where's the best place for you guys to get a fillet or a steak in Baltimore? Because, like, obviously, Baltimore and Maryland in general is known for the crab cakes, but like fillets, steak, wherever. Zach, what is going on with your face right now?
Zach looks
Like it's all
terrified.
goes, bro. Like,
No,
you're like,
look, look at McDonald's official Twitter page. How do I get this to be full?
listen, that's Bob. That's why I'm not saying anything, my man.
Like,
You're always in my corner.
What's Rocco doing on there?
Oh my god, you're the worst.
I all of a sudden I was on my phone and I saw that and I was like, oh my god, this is getting out of hand.
Unbelievable. All right, best place to get a steak for you guys in Baltimore, in Maryland, just in this general area. Joe, I don't care where you get it in Arkansas. So before you type your stupid comments, keep it to this state right here.
God. Wow.
Wow.
Uh,
Okay.
Wow.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I haven't gotten a good steak in a while.
I've actually
I want to see the comments too.
I just made steaks tonight on the grill. Phenomenal. It was medium rare to medium.
Nice.
That's good.
Nice.
I think Capitol Grill has good steaks.
That's always quality. It's always
Yeah.
quality for sure.
I'll tell you a place. Very underrated. All right. Blair's on Hudson. Okay. And they have this Guinness filet. And what they do is they put it's not like, it's kind of like a quote unquote sauce, but I don't know how to explain it, but it's like Guinness infused, I'm pretty sure. And they put the filet in there, and it is unfreaking believable. So it's on Hudson Street. If you haven't tried it, you're from the area, definitely check it out because it's phenomenal.
Thanks, Rocco.
I'm just letting you know. That's my spot. Pizza, got to put it in. Did you guys hear that?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. Can you take us on a pizza adventure with Rocco right now?
Oh, you guys want to go? You guys want to?
Yeah, let's go. Let's pick it up.
Eat the whole pizza right now.
No. Well, I gotta put the pizza in the oven first.
Eat the pizza raw. Eat the pizza raw. Eat the pizza raw. Eat the pizza raw.
Do it for content.
Not doing it. So quit
Someone
asking.
gives $50 in the next 5 minutes.
Can be combo donation.
You say, first of all,
Did you drop
DiGiorno, it's a 3-meat pizza with
I
rising
thought you
crust.
just dropped
So
it.
this
I
is going to
thought you
be
just-
fantastic. I'm telling you that right now.
Rocco, do you agree if someone gives $50 in the next 5 minutes or combines for $50, you'll take out this pizza no matter where it is cooked and you'll eat it?
No, dude, I'm not going to waste it. This is my dinner for tonight.
Okay, and
It can
we
still be your
literally
dinner,
have,
bro.
I will eat the whole pizza, without a doubt. It's just
we're not giving you $50 to eat a pizza plain cooked.
Yeah, if I could eat 2 baked potatoes, I would have done that.
We
All right,
put
Joe,
Kevin's
listen,
body on the
Joe.
line.
Joe, that was good.
That's true.
That didn't cross the line. That was a very good comment. And I'm not going to ban you from the chat for that. That was funny. So, well deserved. Well deserved.
Yeah, get something that moves Ollie. He's bored.
Yeah, Banksy had Ollie locked in
tired.
the other night. You gotta get Ollie's attention. Banksy,
Shout
Ollie
out,
was
I
locked in
forget-
last night or a couple
I
nights
forget who
ago.
it was, but someone quote tweeted all of us on screen with Ollie and Banksy and said, "I didn't need a dog because I got plenty of it in me." No, thank you.
You said that about you?
Yeah, because it was.
That is a bar. That is a bar.
Yeah, because there's too much. I got too much dog in me. I have to get an X-ray on my back, and I can't wait to tweet out that they said I had so much dog in me. An inhumane
Gonna
amount of dog.
tweet the X-ray.
Yeah.
4
Add
minutes
the
seems like a
dog.
lot. But you know
What?
what? You go with what they tell you to do.
How long do you have to put that in?
24 minutes on 400.
Oh, I think you said 40 minutes. I was like,
No,
yeah,
dude.
that is. I was like, turn that oven up and just put it in. I was
You know,
like,
I tried to cook a pizza the other night.
like they say
Keyword tried.
"God damn
And
it, Kevin."
well, okay, I didn't actually do this, but on the instruction sheet, it said you could cook it for 24 minutes at 400 or for 8 minutes at 700. And I'm just like, well, I'd rather do the efficient one, but then my oven wouldn't go to 700. And then I realized that was for a brick oven.
I gotta set my timer now. Now it's gonna be at 23 minutes.
It's like 23 and a half.
Um,
All right, final thoughts before we get out. Predictions for tomorrow. Let's go Cade Povich's line. I'm going to go 5 1/3, 2 earned runs, 4 Ks, 2 walks. I think he shoves. He shows he's got that dog in him.
I'll go 5 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts.
All right. Rocco's
Rip.
could be like 2 1/3, 7 runs.
Why would I say that?
Because you're a hater.
No, I'm not.
Hater.
No.
I think Cade gets into the 6th. I think gives 6, gives up 2 earned,
Damn it, Rip.
Well, you literally had a shot to go before him.
4
and just
hits,
blanked.
Well, now
1 walk.
Wow.
I'm gonna take it up 1 notch because I was gonna say 6 innings. I'm gonna go 6 1/3. I am gonna go 2 earned. I'm gonna go with 1 walk and 5 strikeouts.
If I'll tell you this right now, if Cade Povich is walking back out there for the 7th inning tomorrow, I will fall to my knees. I will be so happy. Like if he's pitching that well in Yankee Stadium, like in this big of an environment that he can trot out there in the 7th, that's like
It's
that would
it's
get me
very
fired
cool.
up.
I was literally
no, but I love it. I love it.
I wanted to go 6 just with Rip because I hope he goes through 6. Like I really do. I think 7 is crazy, not crazy, but like
He needs to
does it
get
at
to
the
the
stadium. He's shoving. Do your thing, man.
He needs to get to the 6th. It'd be big. The bullpen needs it. He needs to get to the 6th tomorrow. What was I gonna say?
What if you go 6 1/3 now? I'll be so happy.
Then you can come back, clip this, and post it.
I'm not one for victory laps.
Oh, shut up.
What?
Bullshit. You haven't had one yet, but we know you would.
Yeah, I'm saying because you haven't gotten many. Don't have any opportunities. You don't know.
I'll say this. I have a feeling Tony Tater's going deep again tomorrow.
Been on
Would that
fire
have been a home run tonight in Camden Yards? I was trying to.
I don't think it was high enough.
Yeah, I mean, it would have been a double off the wall without, or maybe it clears and
A
hits
hole
the
in the
railing.
wall.
Yeah, but no, that was a. We talk about like how some guys hit moonshots. When Tony's going, he'll just hit line drives out of that. Like he absolutely mashed that. That got out of there in like 3 seconds.
And also, too, if you guys haven't watched the breakdown of it, let me play the clip I just put up there of me talking exactly about what Tony just did. Here we go. Stop traffic. Oh, Ollie switched positions, so it's a little bit on. There we go. Whammy.
All balls outside of the zone, which is terrifying to pitchers. Now imagine that they are leaving mistakes in the middle part of the plate, and Tony now is locked in. He's feeling good, and he's not missing this baseball whatsoever. He's shown over the last few years he's one of the most productive players in the outfield position, and yet people sometimes tend to forget that because of the other superstars that are on the team.
So it's true. And in the breakdown, and actually, Zach, if people watched it, you could have seen the more extensive breakdown on the channel on the Holy Shirts and Pants. But we cut it down a little bit, but essentially it's saying like people forget this dude's led the team in extra base hits and home runs the last 2 seasons. It's not going to happen this year, which I thought, but dude's got 18 jacks now in the year. He's on pace to have more home runs than he's had. It's set his season high. His season record is 33. He's at 18 right now, less than halfway through. So just excuse me. Yeah, do you want to talk about Tony Taters?
Unreal from Tony.
You want to talk about it? Do you want to talk about Rocco? No, I don't. I wouldn't want to talk about him either.
9 jacks in the month of June too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think Rocco should eat? Do you think Rocco should eat the raw pizza? Yes. Yeah, I agree. For the content, he said it verbatim, literally.
Rocco, what would you do for a Klondike bar?
I do a lot of things.
Name one.
No.
There's so many things you can say.
All right, guys. Your boys got to drive quite a bit, but this is a great way to talk about this. The O's are fine. They are. Everything's fine. Whether they win this series, lose this series, I don't want them to get swept. That would just stink. But whatever happens it doesn't impact this team long term, honestly. And we talked about moves. The Orioles are going to make moves at some point, but we're not going to worry about that in June. Let's get through June and talk about it. But I think the Orioles battle back. Rod, I can do another Mountcastle breakdown, and Ollie is knocking my computer into my. There it goes.
Yeah,
There it
like to Rod's point though, like, oh yeah, hold on. What is he? Can we talk about how cold he is? I mean, numbers don't lie right now. It's last 15 games. He was on a heater. In his last 15, he's batting 193. In his last 7, he's batting 167. So be nice to see Mountie heat back up. You know, it'd be a great time to do it. Maybe tomorrow.
Yes, we'll do a breakdown of them maybe Thursday, and maybe we just have them on the show. Maybe that's going to happen.
Is it?
You lose.
Who knows? All right, guys. Well, I'm going to get going. Good to see everyone. Have a day. Have a night. Hit that like and subscribe button on the way out. You kids have fun.
Yeah, I think we're about to wrap up here in a second too. But yeah, see you, Ron.
Peace out.
I removed him.
Okay.
He was just waving.
All right. Now that he's gone.
Okay. Rocco, it's now your show. What do you want to talk about?
Pizza smells pretty good, man.
Okay, so thank you all for joining, and that will do it for this edition. I'm just kidding, Rocco. All right, any final thoughts? Anything we want to say on the way out? Anything that's dying, burning passion?
Really, like we were talking about earlier. I mean, before I hopped on, like I'm sure you guys were talking about the injury to Westberg, and the good thing is that it's like a day-to-day type deal. But hopefully nothing lingers and he's back out there on the field in due time, because that guy, I mean, what a spectacular season he's having just with his glove. I mean, he's has an error here and there. What's he got, 2 this season? And that's very uncharacteristic.
He had 2 in back-to-back. He had 1 in back-to-back.
Yeah, but like
and that was the only 2
he's a great fielder, man. But what he's able to do at the dish as well is been spectacular. So obviously having him back in the lineup for his bat and his glove, it would be huge. But if that's not the case, then we'll see what happens going forward. And hopefully the O's can pick up a series win against the Yankees. I don't know how confident everybody is right now, but this is a huge series. I know the baseball, like the World Series, is not going to be won in June, obviously, and like plenty of baseball left to be played, but it's a big series. It's a momentum shifter, and it could be ahead of. Yeah, there you go. There you go.
So back, baby.
Yeah, but to get a win, would be like great. A series win against the Yankees, to win 2 straight, and to do exactly what they did against the Phillies. Fans can't ask for any more than that. So hopefully that's the case going into these next 2 games, and they're rolling away with a series win, because still a lot of baseball to be played left in the month of June. And you know what? Maybe they were sluggish after their first off day. After their first off day this month, maybe they didn't need that off day. Who knows?
Yeah,
but
who knows? I love it. Kevin, any final thoughts before we head out of here?
Yeah, I know that I was a little fashionably late to the stream tonight. Hopefully the Orioles just a little fashionably late to the series, and they can go and pick up 2 wins. I mean, it's what I said against the Phillies, right? They dropped that first game. You go out there. I said win on Saturday, win on Sunday, and you win 2 of 3, and that's a good weekend. Well, you drop this first game against the Yankees, go out there, win tomorrow on Wednesday, win on Thursday, take 2 or 3 from the Yankees, and you're sitting what? Half a game out first?
Yeah.
Now, because they're 2.5 back right now. So again, that's a pretty good series. So again, get the split tomorrow, and just flush this one and move on. And that's what it is. You lose a game in baseball, things happen. So
that's all you can ask for.
Yeah.
Greatest team, greatest season of all time, lost 48 times. So yeah, go 1-0 tomorrow. That's all you have to do. That's the goal. Go 1-0 tomorrow.
Thanks, Josh.
Yeah.
I really appreciate that.
It's all about fundamentals, Rocco. You'll learn that soon, Grasshopper. But that will do it for us here on the post-game show. As we said before, soon we may potentially be moving on to another channel, so be on the lookout for that. We will obviously keep you all updated and put links and stuff where you can find us then. Nothing will change with the regular show, but yeah, go 1-0 tomorrow, and let's go Orioles. Do you want to sing anything to get us out, Kevin? No?
Dino chicken nuggets are electric.
Okay, I'm just going to end the stream now. People are